this is big. Wavelength 3.0 is open to everyone. Unlike the previous versions, you don't need an Elgato microphone, interface, or Stream Deck to use it. Plug any mic or audio interface in, and you're ready to mix. This is big. So I was messing around with my microphone settings, right? And what I discovered was something that I didn't realize existed: Wavelength Beta 3.0. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the beta over here, and I'm just going to disable this so that it's less distracting to look at. Wavelength 3.0 is kind of crazy because I like super briefly skimmed over it, and I think this is cool. This whole like thing that they're doing here at Elgato, we're dedicating to empowering creators with tools to make complex workflows simple. Since launch, Wavelength has redefined audio mixing for streamers, podcasts, and professionals alike. Now, with Wave 3.0, we've taken everything we've learned and rebuilt the app from the ground up, faster, more flexible, and open to everyone. So this is kind of cool, actually. This is kind of cool. What I noticed right away was, look at this. In the mixes, right? There's two channels here. There's a Wave DX and a Wave Neo plugged into the same PC. That's kind of like in a big brain. That means that these two will actually work maybe in tandem, but I'm assuming that here it says guest output, that it counts as dual channel. So maybe they're trying to work on something where they're going to make, like in the future, a Wave XLR, but like a multi-input Wave XLR, or maybe a way to hook up multiple Wave XLRs together, or the Stream Deck XLR, whichever one. I think this is really awesome. I just don't really know where it's going currently. What I think is really cool is the way this is all laid out. So for those of you that are unaware, this is what it currently looks like. This is what the mixing looks like now. And it goes horizontal, and it just like, you just slide her up and down. This is more practical if you had an actual like a piece of hardware, right? And you had faders and sliders like the Go XLR. If we had something more like that like the current overlay would make more sense, but this overlay makes more sense. My only thing right now is that looking at this concept, or this like beta version that they got going on, and I realized this was updated October 23rd, 2025, so I'm late to this, is that this looks heavily influenced by Ingenuity, HyperX Ingenuity. Look at this real quick. See how like everything is on the left side, and then the rest of the app is on the right with a bar. Look at this. Everything is on the left side, then everything else is on the right with, you see it? Left side, it's like Discord. Left side, it's like Discord. I don't really like this. I don't really like the way that looks, but I mean, hey, whatever. I'm not making the app. As long as they don't put it out and it looks exactly like this, I think I'll be okay, because the next thing that kind of bothers me is the way this looks. Yeah. Okay, so they're making it like the like Ingenuity. This is very similar to when you would edit the microphone for HyperX microphones. I know that Ingenuity doesn't really have anything currently like for microphones, which I don't understand. HyperX, what the heck are you doing on that? Like get your game on. You make a microphone that's super popular, and then putting filters on it is so difficult. Like, you have to do it through OBS. Use your brain. But yeah, like they're doing it like this as well, and you know what this kind of reminds me of? That's another thing. It looks exactly like this as well. Far left, and then the product. If we look here, far left, and then the product. Kind of cool, but I mean, is what it is, Then you could also toggle the gain lock from there, which is it's kind of interesting, but we already know how to do that. This is the new routing table. Originally, you would have had to do this from Windows and the Windows Mixer, and then they put an update out, and like it sort of fixed it. So currently, at the current point in time, right now, what you could do is you could just click on the top, and then you add it all in here. That's how they sort of fixed it, but I guess here they really want to make their own routing area, so that makes sense. Expanded inputs and powerful output mixes, Configure up to 5 independent output mixes, each with its own routing and effects. Yeah, so you can add effects to each one of these things. Audio effects with VST3s. Yeah, that's fine. That's normal. And then free for everyone. You read that right. Wavelength 3.0 is open to everyone. Unlike the previous versions, you don't need an Elgato microphone, interface, or Stream Deck to use it. Plug any mic or audio interface in, and you're ready to mix. This is big. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have no idea how big this is big, like real big. So, like really, really, really big. Because what this means is that you can use your $20 Fi-Fi microphone and you get to use Elgato's ecosystem. Elgato's ecosystem, by the way, if you don't know or if you're unaware, is extremely easy to use after the initial hurdle. After you understand the first hurdle, which is understanding where things are, it becomes extremely easy and it's like smooth sailing. You know where everything is. If you're like me and you're like a settings person, if you like editing settings in video games, this is the kind of like thing that you would be good at. This is really good. And Wavelength 3.0 is completely free. When the public beta launches, you can download it right away, take control of your audio, no strings attached. So system requirements: Windows 11, Mac OS 15 or higher, Intel Core 10th Gen or AMD Ryzen 4000 series or higher is recommended. 8 gigabytes of memory. Remember that this is a beta. Oh, and it's available. So I am late to this party. I am very late to this party. But yes, you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the beta for the Wavelength 3.0 beta, and this is big. Until 2025, going into 2026, it's not exclusive anymore. So you don't have to get this stuff anymore, which actually means I can actually tell other people now, you don't have to get Elgato stuffs to use Elgato stuff, if that makes any sense. But this is big. This is very big. I do recommend using it if you're able, use it. If not, if your PC is underpowered or whatever, still try it. And obviously, if you have any issues, any big issues, you can find this. I'll put this in the description. And there is a way to, like submit feedback on all this other stuff. So thank you so much for watching, and I learned something, and I hope you did too. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.